Folks, welcome back to my show. I've got a special guest today. We got D, my cousin all the way from Florida. How's it going?
It's going good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. We're both from Philly. We both spent a lot of time growing up together. He's lived with us for a while, so he's definitely got some. He's got some great insights on like a lot of things. But first and foremost, you had started a podcast there for a little while called the Vodka Chronicles. Man, that was brilliant. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I started the Vodka Chronicles. It was during, of course, the pandemic. People didn't have shit to do, and I definitely didn't have anything to do. So I started this, what I thought was going to be a podcast. I recorded one session with the help of your brother. He mixed it, put the music together, and I put it out on SoundCloud. And to my surprise, you're the only guy that listened to it.
Well, you know what? We can change that because I've got the link, and if it's okay with you, I'm going to put it down in the description for this episode here.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great to see.
Okay.
To see if anybody think my rants might be funny or not. So
okay,
in my
all
stories.
Right. Okay, fair enough. So let's go ahead and let's talk Brickyard. You know where you're from, where my mom's from. What was it like growing up in that part of Philly?
Like anything Philadelphia, I grew up on in Brickyard, 20 East Collins Street, Germantown Avenue. That's where the 23 trolley ran. It's only two cities in the United States that have trolley systems, and that's San Francisco and Philadelphia. Philadelphia, I don't think is using it anymore. So I grew up there. Brickyard, Philadelphia is unique because it's a city of neighborhoods, right? So Brickyard be one section, then you had Dogtown, Pottstown, you had the top, the bottom, then you had those niggas up on Haynes Street, that you had to fight every day to go to Germantown High School and fight back to get home. So, Brickyard was unique. It had a lot of different, I would say, unique personalities in Brickyard. But growing up there, you didn't know how dysfunctional it was until you left Brickyard, and then you can see all the dysfunctionality that comes with living in those type of conditions.
Right. Okay. All right. So,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You're good.
Okay. So, you got a particular funny story or anecdote that you want to share with us in terms of like only in Philly?
Yeah. So. I heard a story one time from two of my uncles who are one is deceased and one is still alive, but I heard it, and they committed a robbery. I mean, sorry about that. They beat the crap out of this guy and they robbed him. And after they robbed him, the dude was on the ground, and they looked at each other and said, "Well, should we fuck him?" Only in Philly, dude.
Oh,
that's some gangster shit right there. Only in Philly, dude. Should we fuck him? Man took the man's money. Now you're gonna rob him of his humanity and shit.
Oh my. Okay.
But you see a lot of wild stuff in Philly. I mean, I could talk about some things, but then I can't. We had one neighbor. This dude, I mean, it was like the wild, wild west of this house. Gunshots always, because in Philadelphia, you have those little small row houses. You have this little backyard. So this dude, he lived maybe three doors down from us, and he would just go out and shoot his gun every morning. For no particular reason. Just fucking crazy.
Wow.
I mean, like I said, it's like minute stories of growing up in Brickyard. I can remember like in the I guess it was like the seventh grade, just starting junior high. It was Pickett Middle School, and that's the first time I ever tried weed.
Uh,
Because the dude that had the weed, his father was a weed dealer, so he had some weed. But I got two stories about weed. The other story's on the SoundCloud. It's
okay.
at the end it's at the end of the story. I tell
Yeah, that's pretty hilarious. So you can just tell the other one, and then
Yeah.
they got to check out your episode, which like I said, I'm going to drop a link for.
And like it's 12, maybe a little bit younger. Smoking weed in the seventh grade. I think that's the first time I knocked out somebody. Was in that school. Growing up, because growing up in Philly, sometimes you had to be tough. But I'm not sure of all the things that people find funny, but I found that particularly funny. Getting high in the seventh grade. Nowadays it's nothing to it, because marijuana is pretty much legal in most states. If
most states, or at least decriminalized.
Yeah, decriminalized, where you can get a card for it. But back then you was doing some serious time. If you got caught for weed. And let's be real. They schedule weed as a what they call it, a Schedule 1 drug, and it's only for black people. That's all. Only for black and brown people.
Right.
That's because those niggas are doing the hardest time for weed.
True.
You got, But I'm off subject, so you lead me back onto the subject.
Okay. No, man, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So, conspiracy theories.
Yeah, we've never been to the moon.
Okay. And what makes you say that?
Can't get past the radiation belt.
Oh, the Van Allen belt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can't do it. So they said we went to the moon in the 60s, and we still can't get there with 2022 technology. Nobody wants to go to the fucking moon. Everybody gave up because America landed a man on the moon. So you tell me no other industrial country in this world want to go to the fucking moon?
May have a point there.
So I mean, you just can't do it. You can look at it. You might be able to fly around that motherfucker.
Right.
You ain't landing on it.
So you think the radiation is on the moon itself, or are you talking about the Van Allen belt that actually is, that radiation belt like around the Earth?
It's around the Earth, around the moon.
Okay.
You can't get past it. Just can't.
Okay.
You still can't fuck in space, but they have mice fucking all the time. But humans can't fuck in space, so something's up.
Interesting. Okay. So what else you got on conspiracy theories?
There's no Bigfoot.
No Sasquatch?
No
Okay.
Sasquatch. What is that fucking Mexican dog? The Cuba Nuba or some shit?
Oh, the chalupa? No, that's Taco Bell, but yeah. I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, ain't none of that shit either. Conspiracy theory. The only conspiracy theory that I have is that Trump didn't win. Biden's probably going to die in office. Kamala Harris is going to be president. And what else? That's it. Now I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, that's the major one right there, is that we landed on the moon. We never did that shit. Now it was good graphics,
right?
Major believe, but if you really listen to the guys who flew those missions and supposedly, in air quotes, landed on the moon, in their latter years in life, they're like, you might want to really investigate that.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
That was my major.
Okay, fair enough.